What if the money given to support a woman's dream to study abroad was not just a help, but a silent expectation of marriage, control, and lifelong obligation? Hello everyone, welcome to NRI Legal World. Today, we will talk about the dark reality behind IELTS dreams, financial sponsorship, and pressure of marriage. In North India, especially in Punjab, Haryana, and Himachal Pradesh, studying abroad through IELTS is seen as a gateway to independence and a better future. But behind this aspiration, there is a growing and deeply concerning reality that often goes unnoticed. In many cases, a man or his wife funds a woman's IELTS coaching, visa process, travel, and education expenses. On the surface, it appears like support, but in reality, this financial support is often given with an unspoken expectation that the girl will later marry the man, sponsor him abroad, or help his family settle abroad. There is usually no written agreement, no clear terms, just assumptions. And that is where the problem begins. Once the woman moves abroad, her life changes naturally. She is exposed to new opportunities, new environment, and she starts building independence. But if she decides not to marry, or if she is unable to sponsor the man due to strict immigration laws, the situation quickly turns hostile. What follows is not just disappointment, it is pressure and coercion. She may face repeated and exaggerated demands to return the money, threats of filing criminal cases for cheating, mental harassment like "you used me," and in some cases, even her family is dragged into this pressure. What began as help later becomes a recoverable investment tied to marriage. But legally, the position is very clear. The consent to marry must be free and continuous. No one can be forced into marriage just because of financial support. Even if the money was given, the remedy lies in civil law, not in criminal prosecution. A failed relationship or a broken expectation is not automatically cheating. As per the law, mere breach of promise does not amount to cheating unless a fraudulent or dishonest intention existed from the very beginning. Another important aspect people ignore is the reality of immigration today. Getting permanent residency in countries like Canada, UK, or Australia has become extremely difficult these days. Even for the woman herself, securing PR is uncertain and highly competitive because in countries like Canada, the comprehensive ranking system cutoffs have increased, which makes it difficult to score even for the qualified candidates. So expecting her to sponsor someone else is not just unfair, but it is practically impossible. In some cases, marriage does happen, but even then, the pressure does not end. The woman is expected to take her husband abroad, and if she does, the dynamics often shift. Control, interference in her career, and emotional dominance often begins to appear. Her independence starts getting restricted, despite her efforts and contribution. In extreme situations, this conflict escalates into legal harassment. False FIRs may be filed against the woman. If a woman is unable to appear before the court, she may be labeled as non-cooperative, which can lead to proclaimed offender proceedings and lookout circulars can be issued. False FIRs may be filed against the woman. If a woman is unable to appear before the court, she may be labeled as non-cooperative, which can lead to proclaimed offender proceedings and even lookout circulars can be issued against her. Which means if she returns to India, she can be stopped at the airport, even when she has done nothing criminal. So what can women do in such situations? First, maintain clarity in financial dealings. Never accept large sums without understanding the terms. Second, preserve all communications, messages, emails, and transaction proofs. Third, never agree to marriage or sponsor someone under pressure. If threats begin, seek legal advice early. You can file for anticipatory or transit pay if there is risk of arrest. Lookout circulars can be challenged and FIRs can be quashed in appropriate cases. Most importantly, stay aware, not afraid. This issue is not about marriage or migration. It is about control being disguised as expectation. A woman has the absolute right to choose her life, whether it is marriage, career, or where she wants to live. Marriage is based on consent, and migration is governed by law. Neither can be bought. Financial support does not grant ownership over a person's future or their autonomy. If threats or false FIR cases arise, legal remedies are available, and such actions can be challenged legally. Your dreams are not a contract, and your independence is not a liability. It is advised to seek professional guidance if you face any such situation. You can contact NRI Legal World for more information. Thank you.